Hi, I'm Janielle Kastner and I worked on Project Girl. One of the big things I wanted to explore was how we train, how we socialize, and the trajectories that we send young women on. And I wanted to explore two different communities, so we looked at the Bronx and Highland Park because on paper they could not be more different. Across the board they're different in terms of population size, in terms of number of poverty, just in terms of geographical layout, it's just night and day. One of the big things I wanted to explore in terms of Project Girl was not necessarily what is different about two communities, but rather how those communities and the differences in those communities shape the trajectory of young women living there. So I thought the best way to go about doing that would be, instead of approaching a community as a statistician or trying to get facts and figures, rather sitting down and listening to the stories that girls had to tell in those communities. And that would be a place where if we gave these girls time and space and an open heart and an open mind, that they could really let us into their lives. And so that was the big impetus behind doing it. And as a result, I feel that I look at people very differently in terms of thinking about what stories live between two different people, and really what stories live in a transcendent way across all boundaries, across all different cultures, largely because of how similar a lot of the interview experiences were between the two different demographics we worked on. I think what's so special about Project Girl is because it's so experiential in nature. You weren't just reading girls' stories on paper, but rather you were hearing them tell it to you in their own words. That you walked away feeling that you had been a part of her community for a moment. And based on conversations I've had with different people who were able to go to Project Girl and experience it, I think one of the great long-term effects of this project is that we have challenged people to examine how they, as members of their community, are creating a culture, are creating media, are making choices, passing legislation that are choosing to empower young women or to hold them back. So maybe they aren't directly responsible for young women in their life, but they are creating a community that will in fact have very real effects on the stories girls will be telling for the rest of their lives. In terms of long-term effects on the girls themselves that we interviewed in the community, I think that by creating a space where we said, we will not judge you, we will have open hearts, and we believe that what you have to say is worth listening to. Because we created that platform, in at least one small way, they walked away feeling a little bit stronger because their stories had been heard and we told them they were worth listening to. So if that was the only effect of Project Girl, I would count it a tremendous success. But in addition, I think we really challenged members of the community to examine their positions.